Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Joining BJ Rains today is KTIK 95.3 FM The Ticket's Mike Prater. Listen to Idaho Sports Talk with Prater in the Ballgame, weekdays from 3 to 6 on 95.3 FM The Ticket and online at KTIK.com. Now, here's Mike Prater and BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Well, they call it the largest sports book in the world, Circa Resort and Casino, Circa Sports. Derek Stevens has this palace that I know Mike Prater has on his list to get down here and see. 78 million pixels in the TV screen. They have the lines over there on the board. They've got the private VIP areas where we know Mike Prater would be hanging out. And, of course, they've got 3 levels, and they've got the lines of the games up on the wall. And as you see, the Mountain West Tournament, 4 games today, kicking off at noon with Colorado State, San Diego State. And you see there in that 6 p.m. time slot, Boise State, currently a 5.5-point favorite against the home team UNLV. And we'll looking forward to having our friend Mike Prater here to talk all about the Lions. I couldn't think of a better guest to have Mike Prater than you, and I'm broadcasting here from a sports book.
Why, just because you want to rub it in? Because I'm jealous? Oh, BJ, are you kidding me? That looked beautiful. That looked wonderful, and nicely done in building that relationship and getting down there. And I'm definitely going to take advantage of that one day. I'll be at Circa at some point this calendar year. I'll make that happen. We had an event last night, BNN event over here at Circa for some fans. We had about 50 fans show up. Nice. Jeremiah Dickey showed up, the whole senior staff, and Jay Tust, Channel 7, did a live shot on the 10 o'clock news last night. I was told, by the way, I had perfect placement of the BNN banner in the background of the I'm sure Jay Tust and Jeremiah Dickey loved that, but we had the BNN banner in the background, and then was able to get Jeremiah Dickey and his staff up to see Stadium Swim outside by the pool, and then the Legacy Club on the 60th floor on the top of the casino overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. I was able to get Jeremiah Dickey and his staff up there to check that out last night, so they're already wanting to try to plan some donor events at Circa moving forward. It was a fun time, but I appreciate Jay for coming out, appreciate Jeremiah and Cody Gogler and Nathan Burke and the whole senior staff for coming over, and the Blue Collar Club was here. It was a lot of fun, and I'll say, based on the early crowds I've seen and stuff, Mike, even at the games yesterday, it looks like Boise State's going to have a nice crowd down here. Yeah, and I understand they sold out their allotment of tickets. I don't know what that number is. Maybe you know what that is, but I think we're starting to see the benefits of what Leon has done the last couple of years. The people getting engaged. They've always traveled to Vegas, but not, maybe a couple hundred in the past. Sure. Maybe they can push 400 or 500 plus. In this particular deal, I'm very curious to see what that crowd looks like on this afternoon, but you'll let us know as well. So it's big doings, big day, and lots of buzz there in Vegas, BJ. I've got this. I'm going to have to transfer this to you, Mike, but it's the Circa it's a media pass for Circa. I don't know if this includes free gambling chips or drinks or what, but I'm officially a media member according to Circa here. So, we're having fun, and it is interesting, Mike, because you think about it. If you came last year, why would you? Of course, they won the championship. You had a great time. You'd say, "Well, that was awesome. I got to come back again." And if you didn't come last year, you probably felt jealous, like, "Oh, I missed that. I got to go next year." So you would think the crowd would be bigger this year. Yeah, I would think so. I would certainly think so. And I love the fact that it's in Vegas. And I know we're going to talk about that here in a minute. And there's some competitive advantages or disadvantages, and we'll figure that out today. But I love that it's in Vegas. There's 5 different conferences down there. Yeah, 100 games in 6 days. I think it's a beautiful thing. Can you imagine being a college basketball fan? There's got to be a fan out there somewhere who is making at least one appearance at all 5 of those tournament games. That's a pretty cool deal.
Well, you throw in the women's tournaments. You got 10 tournaments going on, and I went to the Gonzaga St. Mary's game the other night with Jordan Kay and Colin, and we were over there kind of watching that, and I saw it said, WCC goes till this date, and then the very next night they had a game, I think, in the WAC tournament starting there. So they got 2 tournaments in one arena. They're using the arena in Henderson, I think, the Las Vegas Aces arena as well at Mandalay Bay. There's a lot of different ones, but it is a pretty cool scene out here. I've seen a lot of fans of different teams walking by, and it's crazy, Mike. You forget the time difference out here sometimes. I mean, I came down about 8 o'clock or so Pacific time to start setting up, and there was already a game tipping off, and lo and behold, remember Ray J. Dennis, the old point guard, he's now he was the MAC player of the year, and now he's playing well for Toledo, and I keep hearing him say Ray J. Dennis in the background, but you got 4 or 5 games going on, and it's at 9:07 out here in Vegas. I mean, a lot of people talk about the NCAA tournament and March Madness, but I might argue, at least if you want to pick a weekend or a couple days to come to Vegas, Mike, conference tournament week maybe is just as good of an option.
Yeah, I think it's even a better option, and I'll give you a little bit of an anecdote here. Me and my buddies for about 25 years, we've been going to Jackpot for March Madness, and we always go on the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe coming right out of COVID, we switched it to this weekend because we think conference championship weekend is better. So not to brag, but I'll be in Jackpot this weekend while you're at Circa, BJ. But to your point, I think conference championship weekend is much, much better, especially if you're looking just at a quick Friday night and an all-day Saturday thing. Tons of games on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of games yesterday. Today you have the quarterfinals for a lot of the tournaments, Big 12, and you got more quarterfinals tomorrow. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you got just games all day. And I mentioned, Mike, up here on the whichever side, I'm looking on the wrong direction here. They got the lines up here, and you look at the Mountain West tournament odds. San Diego State, 9.5-point favorite for their game against Colorado State. That's starting at noon. You have San Jose State, Nevada. Nevada, a 5-point favorite in that game, which is a little surprising to me. They've won both the games by at least 15 points against San Jose State this year, but Nevada has lost 2 in a row. Boise State opened at 3.5 points, Mike. It's already up to 5.5. So at least here in Vegas, the local crowd is not betting on UNLV. And then Utah State, 3.5. Against New Mexico. You had all 3 favorites win yesterday. I guess generally, I don't know if in terms of the gambling lines or just the games themselves, what do you make of the 4 quarterfinal games today?
Well, certainly, so far chalk. There's definitely been so far chalk. In San Diego State, Colorado State this afternoon, I don't see that to being too much of an issue. Nevada, San Jose State, I think could be the game of the day. We all know how San Jose State is, sneaky good, and that's going to be a fun one. Boise State, UNLV, I don't know. I don't think the home court's going to be much of a difference. You said the locals aren't betting on UNLV. The locals know that UNLV is, that's a tough bet. It's a tough watch, and I'm not sure how much they're going to turn out. I fully expect Boise State to take care of business there. And then New Mexico's always a little pesky. There could be an upset later on tonight, but I expect Utah State to take care of business there. So maybe 3 favorites today, maybe 1 upset, maybe I guess a 5 over a 4 would be a minor upset, but I kind of like San Jose State today.
And you mentioned Boise State, UNLV. We'll have our full pregame coverage. We'll be live about 5:45, I believe. We got to start a little early, but Boise State Athletic Director Jeremiah Dickey will join us live on the pregame show about 5:45, and then the game is at 7. We'll have the full postgame show as well. And you mentioned the crowd. I know it was a 2 o'clock or whatever time the game was, Mike, earlier yesterday. But there was probably as many Air Force fans as there were UNLV. It was pretty.
What?
I want to use the word pathetic, and I don't know if I can or should. But it was for whatever reason. Maybe it's a 6 o'clock game tonight. Maybe they won a game. Maybe they'll probably have a little better crowd tonight. But for the hometown team, man, you would never have known they were the hometown team based on the game yesterday.
I didn't even know Air Force basketball had fans, so that is pathetic. So you said it, I said it. That's bad. Let's hope it shows up a little bit more today, but not too much. Not too much. We don't want to get too carried away with the home crowd advantage.
Now, you said you thought Boise State was going to take care of business pretty easily today. I want to dive into this matchup a little bit, but of course, got to thank a couple of our sponsors real quick. Cutwater Spirits, more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Perfect to watch the game. Pick a couple up on your way home after work tonight. 2 for $7 at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Spirits. Rowpaint.com. That's where Prater is, the Rowpaint.com studios. 15% off with the promo code BNN15. So BNN15 promo code, 15% off the interior painting of your home. And they're booking for the spring concrete coatings as well. Get in now while you can and transform the look of your garage or back patio. Lithia Ford at Boise, they will buy your used car. That's right. Even if you don't buy from them, you can head on over to the Lithia Ford location there on Fairview, and they'll make you a cash offer on the spot with their appraiser. So check that out, withtheaffordboise.com. And, of course, Idaho Central Credit Union, our road trip sponsor, helping us get on the road down here to cover the Mountain West tournament here at Circa. So thank you to Idaho Central Credit Union, iccu.com. Get more information, the easiest and online e-branch mobile banking. And, again, there's a branch pretty much in every corner, but you can get more information at iccu.com. Mike, I'm already kicking myself because Michigan is up 7-0 on Rutgers. And I had a ticket yesterday. I went up to the window and I wanted to Michigan -3, and I found the guy says, "Oh, that game's not till tomorrow," and so I didn't bet it, and then I forgot to get it in today, and now they're up 7-0, which I'm sure means they're going to roll, by 30. If, as we know, the first 3 minutes means everything. But
yes, exactly.
Boise, and by the way, there's people actually enjoying alcoholic beverages and cheering at games, and it's 9:12 here. I mean, Vegas is something else.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the sleep out of my eyes and drink a little coffee to get myself fired up here. So I can't, maybe a Bloody Mary, but a cocktail and a
we got bottled beer over here at 9:12 in the morning.
Oh wow, that's fun.
But you mentioned the game today, and I'm curious. I guess first of all, Leon Rice has been a big proponent of changing the format of the Mountain West tournament. He talked about it the other day. I helped Mark Ziegler and gave him a quote that Mark Ziegler used in his story. He wrote about that, I think, at today's San Diego Union Tribune, that there is a little growing momentum for that to happen. You have the WCC where, the higher seed you are, the less games you have to play. And it gets down to the first two teams only have to play the semifinals and finals. The third and fourth seeds come in and have to play that extra game in the quarters. But then, seeds, 7 through 10 could potentially have to play 5 or 6 games to win. What's your thought with the format of the tournament? And as Leon Rice said, their reward for finishing second place in one of the hardest years the league has ever been is playing who cares how good they are or not, but I mean, to have to play, in Leon's mind, playing the hometown team in their home arena on their home court, he doesn't see as much of a reward. And he was saying this before they found out they were playing UNLV, but it kind of gets to his point, I guess, that he thinks the top teams should be rewarded a little more for what you do over an 18 grueling regular season schedule. What's your thoughts on the format of the tournament?
I never got too fired up over the bracket, and I think that's more of a Leon Rice agenda. I understand why he's doing it, and I understand why you would want to protect like a Gonzaga type, but at a Mountain West level where the conference is so deep, and 1 through 4 is probably not that much of a difference. 4 through 8 is not that much of a difference. Everybody's getting the equal share here. To me, you brought up 2 different points. The bracket is one thing, and I'm fine with the bracket. I could care less about the bracket. I think it's perfectly fine. The home court advantage is a different deal. Has nothing to do with the bracket, even though Boise State ended up with the bracket. That's a conference issue. It's been talked about every single year. Some coaches like it, some coaches don't. UNLV is not a factor. If UNLV was a big-time factor and they were putting 12,000 people in there, maybe we could have a conversation. I think Boise State, when they played down there earlier this year, 4,000, 5,000 people, which means the arena was 2/3 empty for the regular season game. And today it'll be even worse. Not an issue whatsoever. I'm good with both, BJ. I'm really good with both.
It is, they're the 7 seed, you're the 2 seed. If you're Boise State, you probably, 5.5, I would say, is a little bit of respect for UNLV. That's not a huge line for a team that beat them twice in the regular season. The game in Boise, I think Boise State was up 10 or so, and then there was a couple threes at the end that made it a little bit closer. But in terms of what this tournament and I guess this game tonight means for Boise State, I guess, if you had lost to Air Force maybe instead and, in blowout fashion, maybe they would have got sent to Dayton or something. But, in my mind, Boise State's safely in the field no matter what happens tonight. Do you see that? Or if they lose tonight, could they be in some trouble?
Well, if they lose tonight, they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be in trouble. I think that they're in no matter what as well. But there's no guarantee. If they lose tonight and they don't show up on a line on Sunday, we're not going to be surprised. We'll debate it. We'll talk about it. But we're not going to be surprised. There'll be some uneasy feelings and some sleepless nights Saturday night. If they lose tonight, I think the best thing that they can do is Dayton. If they win tonight, they're going to have this big sigh of relief. I know the team is down there to win a championship and do what they did last year, but if they win tonight, they are absolutely 100% in the field. And how deep they go over the next 2 nights, they might be able to move up a line or 2. But if they win tonight, they're in the field. If they lose tonight, they're going to have a couple of sleepless nights.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I just wonder, we saw last year, Boise State went on that run, won the conference tournament, and then it was only an 8 seed. So I think we've talked about this, previous weeks, but I kind of feel like the tournament committee has most of the dirty legwork done on the bracket before, by now. I mean, by now. So I wonder how much, winning this tournament could improve their seed, how much losing today really hurts their seed. I mean, it seems like last year they win the tournament and get 2 quad 1 wins, and it didn't seem like they got a big boost on that being an 8 seed. So we'll see what happens, but I kind of feel like the tournament doesn't really mean that much for at least for Boise State and some of these. But, if you're a New Mexico or a Utah State or a Nevada, I guess a Utah State or Nevada specifically, who are literally maybe the last team in, a win or a loss could change it. But if you're Boise State and you're, in my opinion, still I still think they're comfortably in the field. They might have to go to Dayton if they lose tonight, but I think they're comfortably in somewhere. I just don't know how much, not just tonight, but tomorrow and Saturday really matters.
I would take the word comfortably out. That's your word, and I know that's your opinion, but I don't feel comfortable at all. I think they're in, but I don't think it's comfortable. If they lose tonight, I think there is a small percentage chance that they don't make this field. I think we'll debate it. We'll look at the other teams that got in, and we'll figure that out. But, you're right. Maybe this tournament doesn't really matter in the big picture because I think the fan base is just waiting for this team to win an NCAA tournament. That's what I want. That's all I want. Winning a Mountain West title would be fun. We'll talk about it. It'll be good for the resume. You can hang a banner in the arena. It's just about getting into the field and winning that NCAA tournament game. That's how you build your program. That's how you get the momentum. That's how you become a better recruiter in the offseason, and maybe you can continue to start building the depth on this roster. So it's just very, very important. Just get yourself into the field and then win a game, and Boise State should be okay.
And that first game on Thursday can be the hardest. I mean, Leon Rice was asked the other day, I think by ball game, what'd you learn last year winning the tournament that can help you guys this year? And he said, well, I learned that, hope that the last second shot doesn't go in on the first day or you're done. I mean, if that, Keenan Blackshear had a kick out wide open 3 at the buzzer, Boise State almost lost to Nevada in the quarterfinals, and there's no championship. There's no any of that. And it's all about, another early exit in the conference tournament. They go on to win it, but it's just crazy how, one thing can happen and it changes your perspective on things. But UNLV got the big win in Reno. They get the win yesterday. They're in their own gym. They're feeling good coming in, and Boise State's been sitting around for 48 hours. And so I do think UNLV has a little momentum coming into the game. And like I said, it's a 1-game deal. And if Max Rice is 0 for 7 from 3 and they're struggling to hit shots, and, Harkless had 35 yesterday for UNLV. If he goes off again, I mean, anything can happen, I guess, today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the beautiful of madness. That's why they call it March Madness. There will be an upset today in Vegas. There's no doubt about it. I just don't know which one, and let's hope that it's not Boise State.
Well, we got about 60 seconds with you. I'm going to stay on for a little while. We're going to hear from Leon Rice. We got some other stuff to get to. I'm going to play some video from our event last night with Jeremiah Dickey, but I know we changed the time up on you and JP, and I really appreciate both of you guys doing this during your normal meeting time. But any final thoughts on the tournament? On today, next time I talk to you, we'll already know, what seed, if, where Boise State is in the NCAA tournament. But what's just kind of your take on this tournament and tonight's game and Boise State, and any final thoughts?
It's just wide open. It's really wide open, and I can't wait to see if Boise State's depth is the issue here. Can they play 3 games in 3 nights and take care of business? It's a tough task. It's a very tall order. At this point, I don't see it happening. If they can pull it off, that's great. That's beautiful. This town will be ready to rock and roll and get fired up going into the NCAA tournament. So if Boise State can go on this and just get over their depth issue, these 5 guys with 5 legs and maybe a couple of other players off the bench, I can't wait to see what they pull off over these next couple of days. And don't forget, you're also on the show tomorrow, BJ. We'll talk tomorrow, 4 o'clock on Idaho Sports Talk, the Bronco Nation News Report.
I was hoping to get a little pool time in tomorrow, so we'll have to see what time the interview lines up. But, I'm looking forward to that.
You go to the pool. Just make sure you don't sit next to Bob because he'll have his shirt off, and bring your cell phone.
If they win tonight, there were people on the show yesterday wanting Colin to do it. We broadcasted at Stadium Swim from kind of a balcony. And if they win tonight, tomorrow we're going to be back out at Stadium Swim doing the show. And there was some momentum for Colin to cannonball into the pool. But we'll have to see. But Mike, appreciate your time. 3 to 6, we'll be listening today to Idaho Sports Talk. You guys lead right into the broadcast, so that's good timing. Yep. I guess the game's at 7 Mountain Time. The pregame with Bob and Abe, 6:30 on KBOI 670. So appreciate you. I'm going to keep the show going, but we'll thank you your time. We thank JP, and we'll talk to you at 4:15, as he said, tomorrow on your show.
Behave yourself today, BJ, and go Broncos. I want to see them happen. So I'm a fan for 3 days, and I really want to see this team make it happen.
All right, man. Appreciate it. We'll clip that off. There he is, Mike Prater. And again, you see the bracket for the tournament today. The 3 favorites all won the games yesterday. It'll be San Diego State and Colorado State here in about 2.5 hours at noon here in Las Vegas to kick out to continue the Mountain West tournament with the quarterfinal round. We're going to hear from Leon Rice. We talked to him yesterday after practice. We're going to show some clips from our event at Circa last night. We got a lot still to get to, so join us, and we're really excited for Circa Resort and Casino to have us here. I do want to thank a couple more of our sponsors real quick. If you're looking for a new job, how about Transportation Compliance Service? Transcomservice.com can help you every step of the way to get into the trucking industry, whether it's the big rig on your screen, the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, any kind of delivery truck. They can help you get the permits and things to get you out towing that first load in no time. Check them out at Transportation Compliance Service, Transcomservice.com. You're looking for Boise State gear? Head to the blueandorangestore.com. Free shipping. Any order over $40. That's right. You can get free shipping for an order over $40. They got all the NIL shirts, all that great stuff. So check them out. And if you're the website gives you free shipping for any order over $40. But if you're in Boise, go check out the Blue and Orange store. They're on the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall. Matt Bauscher Real Estate, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. Check out Matt Bauscher and his team. They do a tremendous job. Bauscher Real Estate, BauscherRealEstate.com. And again, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher and his team. I mentioned last night we had a great party out at Circa Resort and Casino, and we really enjoyed Jeremiah the whole crew. We had Daniel, we had the Blue Collar Club guys. There's the BSU Pimp. We had a big crew here yesterday. A lot of players' parents. We had Marcus Shaver Jr.'s family. We had Najee Smith's mom. Really enjoyed getting a chance to talk to her. We were right here overlooking the sports book at the overhang bar. It was a lot of fun. KTVB came out. You see some of the fans making some noise for the news. And as I look at Jeremiah Dickey, the athletic director, how many athletic directors would be wearing those glasses and doing that? And then there's his live interview with Jay Tust on KTVB last night. Hopefully you saw the interview and saw the coverage on KTVB. We appreciate we probably had 50 fans or so. Thank you to everybody that came out. We're going to try to do it bigger and better next year. So if you're making the plans to go to Vegas for the conference tournament next year, you got to come on Wednesday and be down here in time for the tournament. But fans were fired up. They were all excited for the game. We'll see all of them, obviously, over at Thomas and Mack Center today. I know some are staying here. Some are staying over at Derek says, BNN event at Circa was amazing last night. Yeah, man, appreciate you, Derek, for coming by. And I even offered to change a baby for Derek. That's how nice I am. He was trying to leave, and I'm that guy that won't let you leave the party too early. But we knew Jeremiah Dickey was coming. We knew that Jay Tuss was coming for the live shot, and he was trying to get out of there. Derek, I hope I didn't cause any issues with the fam, but we appreciate you for sticking around as long as you did. And I owe you a diaper change because he said he had a kid that he back in the hotel room, and I said, let me help you out. I'll change the diaper for you. And the offer still stands if you need that. But we are at Circa Resort and Casino. You can see the games on behind us. We got Wake Forest in Miami. We got St. John's in Marquette going on right now. You see all the lines over there. And again, we're in a private little booth here area. They have all kinds of booths and things that you can rent and stay at. And there's lots of different options. They got the stadium style seating on the side, kind of like a movie theater. They got the reserved areas, the tables and recliners and things. They got 2 more levels. It's a 3-level sports book, and they call it the largest sports book in the world. And obviously, that's amazing. Dickey is in the Bronco spirit. Yeah, that was awesome. Sam says, and sorry, the camera I'm using, my laptop's a little down, so I'm sorry I'm looking down here. If anything, UNLV is an overall win since it'll count as a road game. That is something to consider. It's a quad 2 game, and it is counted as a true road game for Boise State because of the way they do it. Since they're playing in their home gym, it counts as a road game, even though it's in the conference tournament for Boise State. So that will help the metrics. It could give them another road win. Will give them another quad 2 win. I believe it's quad 2 either way, but just to be safe, it's much clearly in the quad 2 category since it is a road game, and that certainly would help Boise State from the metrics perspective. Derek says it was a generous offer, well appreciated. 4 p.m. team send-off at the Renaissance. So if you're looking for something to do today and you're in Vegas, 4 o'clock, team send-off at the Renaissance. They'll all be there outside, and the Renaissance is behind the strip there on one of those streets. Kareem says Ray J is balling. Only reason why I'm paying attention to Toledo ball. And The funny thing is he's got 1 year left. I wonder if he hits the portal, he'd be the kind of guy that would be a perfect addition for Boise State. Now, he probably tries to go Power 5 maybe, but you could certainly be happy if you had Ray J. Dennis for 1 year as the replacement for Marcus Shaver Jr., but I joke about that because there's probably 0% chance of that happening. But Kareem the Dream really thought Air Force was going to pull off the end of regulation. Turning's been close. Amazing to watch so far. Yeah, they had a chance. The game went overtime, and then UNLV was able to pull it out, but they certainly are Air Force certainly had a chance. The ball went off their hands with a couple seconds left, and it went back to UNLV. But Harkless had 35. If you can go for 30-plus in a tournament game, you're obviously a scary guy on the opponent. So we'll see, probably Chibuzo Abo gets the first assignment trying to guard him. We'll see. But Elijah Harkless, he's the Oklahoma transfer. Lon Kruger, the old Oklahoma coach, his son is now, Kevin Kruger, the UNLV coach. That was the connection. Lon Kruger, recruited him to Oklahoma. He was able to get him down there at to UNLV, and it's been a huge addition for them. And he's by far their best player. Good morning, Bronco Nation. Great day for a victory over UNLV. Let's see what else we got here. If you have a score prediction or a comment or a thought, let us know. As I said, we're broadcasting live from Circa Resort and Casino. We're here in Las Vegas, and we appreciate everybody for checking us out. Again, we'll have live pregame shows, live postgame shows for every game. So we'll be live, I think it's around 5:45 today. We'll be live around 5:45. We'll get you set for the game. And 5:45 Mountain Time, that is, 4:45 here in Las Vegas. The game's at 7. But we'll be pregame, we'll be postgame. Make sure you're subscribing to that YouTube channel down at the bottom of the screen. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, please take 5 seconds and go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel real quick. We would love to have you on the YouTube channel. That's the easiest place to get our broadcasts. You can hit the notifications tab as well. You'll know when we go live. That's a great feature. Boise State needs a solid big man off the portal. Ray J would be amazing, but like you said, 0 to none chance. Yeah, I think those are the two areas Boise State tries to address in the portal. A center, like a starting caliber center to replace Najee Smith, and a starting point guard to replace Marcus Shaver Jr. Nothing against Jace Whiting, but I think Boise State probably will try to see if they can find a little higher level point guard, maybe even on a 1-year stopgap next year. I think Jace Whiting's going to play a lot, but I still think if they could find a starting point guard, more of a scoring guard, I think they would love to find that. I mentioned Leon Rice talking to the media yesterday. We'll hear from Leon Rice in just a second. I want to thank our last couple of sponsors here. And by the way, if you're a golfer, we'd love to have you in the BNN golf tournament on June 2nd. We have limited foursomes remaining. June 2nd. Melinda Draper and her husband, we got them signed up last night for 2 foursomes. Got a nice little side bet going between the ladies' foursome and the men's foursome. We'll see if Melinda and company can come out on top there. But June 2nd, go to BroncoNationNews.com, click the golf tab. BroncoNationNews.com, click the golf tab to get more information if you're interested, and we'd love to have you on June 2nd. If you're looking for a new dentist, how about Boise Dentistry Co.? BoiseDentistryCo.com, locations across the Treasure Valley. They got 5 locations now. Check them out, full family dentistry and wellness. They have the newest technology. The staff couldn't be friendlier, and it's just a great experience, which is rare to say, going to the dentist. So check them out. Find a location near you at BoiseDentistryCo.com. United Commercial Insurance, you're looking for business insurance, 229-8222, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. They make business insurance easy. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. So what are you waiting for? If you own a business or are involved in the insurance, you can lower your rates. UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Go download the Ridley's app. They got locations across the Northwest, 13 in the state of Idaho. Treasure Valley's covered as well with CUNA, Middleton, Star, some of the nearby locations. Go download the app in your app store, and then you get exclusive savings up to 40% off in the App Store. And again, that is Ridley's Family Markets. Hey, Leon Rice met with the media about playing UNLV. Let's hear a little bit from the head coach last night once they found out they're playing the Rebels today.
Well, they've been a terrific team coming off a huge win at Nevada, something that no other team was able to do in our league, and that's impressive. So they've had really, really impressive moments throughout the year, and they're a very, very talented team, and when they're playing good, they're as good as anybody in this league. And it's time of year when everyone's going to try to be playing good because you're lose and go home. So That's the fun of the tournament, and we'll be playing the home team, and it's our guys are excited to play though.
What was the key to success in your 2 previous matchups with them this year?
Well, they were 2 really different games. The one down here, and then it was a long time after the one at our place. The one at our place was more of a grinder game, and we got a little bit of a lead. They hit some shots down the stretch, and we made a lot of threes at their place last time. But both games were the one at their place, the score got away at the end, but it was a 5-point game and a half, and then both games were actually, and we just got a little bit hot in the second half.
What kind of challenges Harkless offer?
Yeah, what a player, 35 today and half their points. He kind of had that look today of a guy that wasn't going to let it in, and that's what it takes this time of year, is a talented player who can get that look, and he certainly delivered today.
My understanding is that this counts from the net and all that for a road game, I guess, for the system, and so it's a quad 2 game tomorrow.
Is that? I don't know that for sure. Is that a thing? Is that?
I believe so.
2 years ago, we had received zero indication that it changed.
Yeah, it would make sense because.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're led to believe that's probably going to be the case.
Yeah.
Just I guess another chance to strengthen your resume.
So, in that aspect, that's maybe who you want.
Yeah.
As far as if you had to choose between the 2, because of A, their numbers good, and B, it's a road game. So, but in the end, when you get that stuff away, we're here to compete for a title. And so that stuff doesn't matter. Maybe it does matter after the fact or that kind of thing. But, for us, that's not we're playing a great team, and it's been that way all year long in league. And so we're going to have to play a great game. Just like any other league game, if we haven't played great, we didn't get the results we wanted. When we played great, we did. So it's pretty simple that way.
Well, there it is. Pretty simple. Boise State's going to have to play well. Going to have to limit Harkless tonight. You cannot let him go for 35, or you're probably in trouble tonight. And last time Boise State played in this gym, I think they hit a season high 14 threes or something against UNLV back in January. So they would love to have another nice performance from downtown. Play well, shoot well, and obviously, again, UNLV is coming in with some confidence. UNLV is rolling in here feeling good about themselves after beating Nevada in Reno and then getting the win again in overtime yesterday. And obviously Gilbert was out due to a headbutt. Gilbert, one of their better players, was suspended for yesterday's game, so he'll be rested and ready to go today. And this is going to be a tough game, and as evident by the point spread on the board behind me only being 5.5 points, you would look at the records and the trajectory and all the numbers and say this game should be a 9 or 10 point spread. So the fact that it's only 5.5 and started at like 3.5 tells you all you need to know about what Vegas thinks that this game is going to be a pretty competitive, close game here down the stretch. I mentioned we are at Circa Resort and Casino, and they gave us some, as I drop them here, they gave us some hats. And again, get your comments in. What's your score prediction? You worried about tonight? Is Boise State a lock for the NCAA tournament? Do they need to win tonight? You worried a loss tonight knocks them out, like Mike Prater said could be a possibility? What are your thoughts, big picture, about this team? Let us know. We'll get to it in the ICCU YouTube chat as we continue on here live from Circa Resort and Casino. And Circa did give us some nice hats here to give away. We've got 3 hats and 3 shirts. And I'm going to give 4 of them away to folks that were at the party last night. I have some a little bucket here. But I'll give a shirt and a hat away to somebody on the comments. If you have a good comment or a good thought, or if you really badly want a Circa Sports hat or shirt, we'll give 2 away. If you're a paying subscriber, I'll pick 2 of you off the comment line. Just let me know, and we'll give it to you. But let's do this. Let's move all these around. I was trying to see what's on the back. It looks like a name and an email. We'll give away a Circa hat. This is for a Circa Sports hat for the people that were at the party last night. And our first winner is going to be Maureen Crisologo. Maureen, it looks like Maureen Crisologo. You win a hat. We'll try to be in contact with you if we can. We've got another hat to give away. Let's go with Kurt Elsherry. Kurt Elsherry, we have an email for you, so we'll hook you up, Kurt Elsherry, with a hat. And then let's go for a couple shirts as well. We got some nice Circa Sports shirts here that they're letting us give away. And I like the back too. Sports betting the way it should be. So if you want a nice, everybody likes free shirts, right? Everybody wants a free shirt. So we got 2 shirts to give away. And then again, we'll give a couple away to the best comment if somebody really wants one. Let's go Carol Windle. Carol Windle, you're going to get a shirt from Circa Sports. Email me, rains@bronconationnews.com. Rains@bronconationnews.com. And our other winner is Dan Alavant. Dan Alavant. And you're going to get a shirt as well. So Dan Alavant, nice job for you. Congratulations. We'll mark those down. Colin will help us out. And we'll give you a Circa Sports shirt or hat. And we'll be in touch about how to pick those up. Hopefully you're local back in Boise. And we will make that happen. I mentioned the fact that we're at Circa Resort and Casino. Unbelievable spot. The largest sports book in the world. 3 levels, 78 million pixel on the screen. It truly is incredible. The private areas, the private booths and things, and then obviously you have the we got the Iowa State fans coming in for their games today, so everybody's fired up for the tournament today, and you can see the different groups of folks watching their games. And there's the lines again, updated lines. Boise State now a 5.5-point favorite against UNLV for that game this evening. As we bring you back here live, and we've got Iowa State game has just started. It's 4-3, and these guys are already fired up. They're into it. They got the beer flowing here at bright and early in the morning. So the Iowa State clan is already pumped up here at Circa. So we got some comments rolling in here. Let's try to get to some of those. Let's see what we got here. Boise State has held Harkless to 12-14. Defense will have to prevail today. I agree. Nate is eternally worried, but Boise State will pull away late 68-61. Daniel Hansen, let's go. I'm all about that. Go Broncos. So, yeah, we will hook. Were you one of our winners, Dan? I'm trying to see who we have. Kurt, Carol. We'll see what else we got here. Boise covers the game, but I'm loving the over. Brandon wants a shirt and a hat. Of course you do, Brandon. We'll see what we can do if we have enough. Appreciate you for watching, but we'll see here. Most bracketologists I saw locked Boise State after UNLV beat Air Force yesterday. I guess saying the loss wouldn't be bad enough to knock them out. We got Bill saying the team has to hit their threes and in the paint, no cold spells, limit the turnovers, and play defense. Boise State should win. I think it's going to be interesting. I think you can make a case that Boise State might have as many fans today as UNLV. I mean, based on yesterday's game when Air Force had as many fans as UNLV, we'll see today. But I don't think UNLV is going to have a huge crowd. Maybe a 6 o'clock game changes things. Sam's a little worried about tonight, but don't think it matters for the big dance. Kareem's got Max going for 20 points tonight. That would certainly be nice if Max Rice could get things going from the outside and certainly play better and keep things rolling. I would like to see Tyson go for 20+. Tyson has scored some points, but I feel like he's been in a little bit of a slump. I don't really think that Tyson has had like a lot of great games lately. The stats maybe say that they're good, but I think he knows that he could probably play better. So if you could get Tyson to hit some threes and have a 20-point+ game tonight, I think that would be huge for Boise State. Boise State wins today, though, to improve the final seeding. Friday and Saturday won't really matter. Brandon says, I think Boise State needs to win one game to lock up a spot or avoid Dayton. With mid-majors, you never know. Yeah, that's probably a fair point, Colin, or Brandon, when you say that. But I think they're safe. I don't think this team, I don't even know if they're going to Dayton, to be honest. Maybe they get screwed like they have in the past if they lose tonight. But I think Boise State's going to win tonight. I think they win the game and move on to tomorrow. And, again, we'll have live pregame, live postgame. Our pregame will be about 5:45 back in Boise. We have a little earlier start than usual. So 5:45 back in Boise. Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. We'll have Boise State Athletic Director Jeremiah Dickey joining us live. So if you have any questions for Jeremiah Dickey, he'll be on pregame show again, 5:45, and looking forward to having him there. And again, go check out KTVB. Hopefully you saw the news last night when they were here for their live shot. We're having a lot of fun down here, and It's the first of hopefully 3 days of shows kind of previewing games for Boise State. We'll obviously be back, tomorrow morning. We'll be out at Stadium Swim again tomorrow morning. And then Saturday, if Boise State is in the title game, we'll do another show on Saturday morning to preview Championship Saturday for Boise State. So appreciate everybody for checking us out. Thank you to Circa Sports and all they're doing to take care of us here. You need to get down here if you haven't been down here yet for your next trip to Las Vegas. It truly is amazing, and we appreciate Derek Stevens all the way down, Stephen Kelly and Aaron and Brooke and the whole crew that's helping take care of us here. Tyler Mays, they all do a tremendous job here. I mean, I've said this before, and I truly mean it. Even like from the owner of the casino, Derek Stevens, all the way down to the janitor, to the person cleaning up, the ashes on the ashtrays, to the cocktail waitresses, to everybody in between. The staff is just so tremendous here and so friendly and welcoming, and you never meet anyone that's not ready to say how you doing and how can we help you. So the first class service here at Circa Resort and Casino. And again, what would you rather do on a conference tournament weekend than come watch games here at Circa Resort and Casino? You got VCU and Davidson going on. Toledo's up on Miami of Ohio. Looks like the Big 12 quarterfinal game is now 11-8. Iowa State is winning that game. We got Wake Forest, Miami, East Carolina, South Florida. I mean, we got games all across the board. St. John's, Marquette is going on. So we got like 8 live games going on right now. And you can see the odds on the screen as well. And the sports book is starting to fill up, and a lot of people cheering, rooting for their teams. The drinks are flowing, and it's a lot of fun here at Circa Resort and Casino. So appreciate everybody for checking us out. Again, big one for Boise State tonight. We'll dive into more of like the exact matchup with UNLV and some of those things once we have the pregame show at 4:45 Pacific time, 5:45 Mountain time. So great viewership today. Appreciate everybody for checking us out. Thanks to ropaint.com. Again, remember that 15% off promo code BNN15 at roepaint.com. Lithia Ford of Boise. They'll buy that used car, man. Check them out. They love to help you out at lithiafordboise.com and Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com, our road trip coverage sponsor. Our 3 mega sponsors at Bronco Nation News. We're appreciative of them. And, of course, you have the Blue and Orange Store and TCS, Boise Dentistry Co., United Commercial Insurance, Crave Delivery, all of our great sponsors, Timberstone Golf Course, Boucher Real Estate. So we're so appreciative of all of our sponsors for making this possible. This is a free show you're watching, free service to you on YouTube and social media, and it's only possible because of our sponsors. So please support the sponsors. Tell them you appreciate them supporting Bronco Nation News to make this happen. And if you're liking these kind of shows and liking what you see, we'd love to have you subscribe. $6.99 a month. $70 for a full year. And so a lot of our stories are behind the paywall. Exclusive recruiting coverage as well coming up. We'll have some things over the summer that are going to be for subscribers. We got some evening shows, BNN After Dark, that we've looking forward to a season 2 of that as well. So if you're on the fence, you're a Boise State fan, help us out. $70 for a whole year. We'll throw in a Blue and Orange Store gift card for $25. That brings your total down to whatever, $50 or whatever it is for the year. So we'll throw a BNN t-shirt in there. We got some other stuff to give away. So appreciate all you guys for, hanging out and watching the show. Great viewership here, and we're hitting 45 minutes of a live broadcast. So we're going to end the show and get ready for the pregame show tonight. Might try to get a dip in the pool and watch some of the games here for a little bit. And then, as I said, 5:45 will be the pregame show. We'll be over at Thomas and Mack all day. You got the game at 1 o'clock Mountain Time with San Diego State and Colorado State. Then you have Nevada, San Jose State right after that. Short break. And then you got Boise State at 7 against UNLV. And then at 9:30, you obviously have the final game of the day with New Mexico and Utah State. So 5:45, tell your friends, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. But again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to build that channel up and get the following there. And you can turn on notifications so you know when we go live. That'll be there on the YouTube channel. It's the easiest way to follow our broadcasts and things. So thank you so much. We appreciate all you guys. We'll talk to you at 5:45 on the pregame show. Bronco Nation News is down here in Las Vegas. We're rolling, and we appreciate you for checking us out. And we'll talk to you soon, 5:45 for the pregame show. Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. Boise State, UNLV, going to be a long wait for some of you guys. A little nervous for the game tonight, but we'll get there, and we'll talk to you from the Thomas and Mack Center a little later this afternoon. Thanks a lot. And again, ropaint.com, Lithia Ford of Boise, ICCU, all of our great sponsors. Been a fun show. We'll talk to you later today. Bronco Nation News, Bronco Nation